With Templeton basketball.
Hey, Randy, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet, man. You bet. Haven't had you on here for a while, for a couple months, I think.
Yeah,
we had you on at the beginning of the season, and now we're at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're coming to an end. We got a game tonight and two more league games next night, and we've already secured a playoff berth. So looking forward to that the next week.
So tell me a little bit about the season. How did the season work for you?
Yeah, things gone really well this year. Again, we're trying to build a strong program. 14-10 on the year. Overall, 7-4 in league. Our preseason was a tough preseason. Played Division I teams, a bunch of Division II teams, some Division III teams, and maybe one or two Division IV teams, which were Division IV teams. So got us ready for league. Our league is pretty tough. We got 2, 3, and 4, and 5 divisions teams in our league. So we're sitting in the middle of the pack right now. Have a chance to potentially end up in second place, third place, depending on how things shake out. At the end of the day, we have to take care of business for these 3 games that we have coming up.
Sweet. So you said 14-10, right? For the overall for the season, and that includes your playoff or your preseason games. So do you count those as a loss? Do you count those as more of a challenge?
What I tell our kids is you either lose or learn. And so, we had a lot of lessons early on in the season. We've really focused on every day getting better. Even last night at practice, what are we going to do to get better? What are we going to work on tonight to get better? Watching film, lifting in the weight room, getting in the gym. But every day we have to get better. We're still working on stuff that we need to get installed to be a strong program. Whether it be even small stuff like how do we operate during a timeout, little things like that. So every day our kids come to work and get better at something.
So you seem like a pretty mellow coach. You're not throwing your clipboard across the courts or anything like that, right?
There's a rare occasion I'll get fired up, but my kids know at the end of the day I love them and we're going to work hard. And I'm pretty low key, especially on game days. I'll get fired up during practice, but come game days, the hay's in the barn. There's not much I can do at that point. The ball goes up, the kids got to play.
I like it, and you have some pretty amazing kids. I mean, your team is pretty awesome. I mean, you went from, what'd you say, 1-9 or something like that last year?
1-9 in league last year, 7-4 this year. So
wow,
pretty good turnaround.
And was that most of the kids coming up from last year? Did there was a lot of seniors graduate last year?
We didn't have any seniors last year, so it's the exact same group from last year.
Oh, perfect.
Which is a blessing as a coach because you get to work with them last year and then work into this year. That probably never happen again. We'd have 0 seniors, but
very cool.
They've worked really hard.
Awesome. And so you got a couple kids making some headlines this year. You got Nicky just tearing it up. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, Nicky's a great kid. He works really hard on both ends of the floor, offense and defense. But he surpassed 1,000 points in his career, which is very, very impressive given he had a COVID year in there. So it was really in 3.5 years. And really a lot of that scoring happened last year and this year. I think as a freshman, he only scored 60-something points in a whole season, and then 80-something in that COVID year as a sophomore. And then last year really lit it up. And then this year he's on an absolute tear. He's got to be one of the fastest kids in the county with the ball in his hands.
So roughly, give or take, 150 points in the first 2 years.
Yep.
And 750. Wait, 800 and 700?
750.
Anyway, 750 in 2 years.
Yep.
That's well beyond the average.
Yeah, he's averaging about 23 right now. He's had some very big. He's had the 36-point game, 32-point game.
Wow.
He's tough to stop. And what's more impressive about Nicky is he's not just a scorer. He likes to distribute the ball, and he's very quick with it, so he can get in and he can kick it out. And that's also led to, Ryan McNamee, who's now leading 3-point shots in a season for the school at 67 now.
My goodness!
With 4 games left.
And that's just this year.
Just this year, he's put 67 3-pointers up or made 67 3-pointers. Yeah, so really lighting it up. Yeah.
So he's pretty accurate from outside the box.
Yeah, he can shoot from pretty deep, and he's 6'5", so it's tough for people to defend because they have to defend him on the perimeter. But when they do, he can go by them, and he's got a very good pull-up jumper too. So he's a really tough kid to stop.
So who does your stats? Do you do the stats? Are you the stat guy?
I can take somewhat credit for it. I plug the video into Huddle, and it does it for me. So
right.
I don't know how. I honestly, to this day, it boggles my mind how that works.
Oh, Huddle does the stats.
They do it, and it's probably 99% accurate. I turn the video on. I schedule it on the camera that's on the wall in the gym. I transfer it over after the game, and then when I wake up in the morning, our stats are done.
No kidding. Here I thought all this time that you and the other coaches were going through there and going, okay, there's an attempt, there's a success.
No.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're really lucky to have that. Actually, Templeton Boosters allows us to have that account and do those things.
Oh, that's awesome. So Ryan has 67 3-pointers in 24 games.
Yep.
I mean, obviously that's, 2.5 or whatever per game. Yep. What I would seem would be in high school. I mean, I can see in the college and pros and stuff like that, but high schools, is that pretty common?
No, that's pretty rare for a kid to be able to shoot as well as he does. He has had some games where he hasn't had any, and then he had one the other night where he had 6. So he's a kid that really works hard on his game, and I imagine has a bright future in basketball.
And is he a senior also?
He's a junior.
He's a junior.
Yeah. So
you'll get him
back
again next year.
And we were joking last night about with these 4 games left, sitting at 67, how high is he going to get it? And he just said, well, I need to set a high bar for myself for next year so I can go out and beat it next year.
You could almost do a team fundraiser and have people – how many is he going to get? What's he going to
That's a brilliant idea. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And there you go. That takes care of your, traveling for, postseason games.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's really awesome. So tell me a little bit about you got a game tonight, right? So tell me about that and what you're expecting.
Yeah. We have Santa Maria tonight. It's going to be a battle. They got us earlier in the year. They beat us early on. They play a very unique style of basketball, one that's tough to defend. But I think we're ready to go. They're gonna shoot a lot of threes. That's their main thing. I think their goal is to shoot more 3-pointers than we take shot attempts. And they're going to try and sneak out and get easy layups. And we didn't defend that very well in the first game. So we're ready to throw some unique stuff at them tonight. And at the end of the day, they got to stop us too.
And I can't imagine that Santa Maria would have any size, probably an even matchup as far as in terms of size of the players.
Yeah, we can throw a big lineup at them. We can go, 6'2", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", as a lineup down the board with Nikki at 5'8". But we can go a big lineup. I think their tallest player is 6'2". So we could take that advantage, but they're quick too. So they like to get up and down the floor a little bit and make us run. So we'll have to try and slow them down and see if we can beat them down the floor.
Awesome. And so tell me, what time does the game start tonight? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a fun night. We got the JV boys play at 4:30. The varsity girls will play at 6 for their senior night, and then we'll play at 7:30. So 7:30 on a Friday night in Thorndike Gymnasium. We'd love to have everyone out and get that place rocking.
And you can only buy tickets on the app, right?
Yeah, on GoFan. So GoFan, I think you can do it with GoFan.com as well as the app. You can just download that on your phone or at the door.
Okay, awesome. And so we want to get everybody out there tonight, just raise the roof.
Yeah,
right.
Let's get that thing rocking in there and see how loud we can make it and make it difficult. When we went down to Santa Maria, and I tell our boys all the time, no one wants to lose to Templeton, and that they're going to throw everything at us. So when we went down there, they broke out the band, they had cheerleaders. I don't know what else they did, but it was rocking, and they got us. So would love to have the community come out and support us tonight, and we'll put on a good show.
Awesome.
We'll get up and down the floor, fill up the bucket, and play tough defense. So it's
perfect.
Good.
Because we're coming to the end of the season, right?
Yeah,
we're getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah, we're coming down to the wire. Three league games left. We got 2 next week. Tuesday's our senior night, and then Thursday we'll be at Morro Bay, and then next Sunday we'll find out where we land in the playoffs.
What do you think will be home seed?
It depends how these next games go. The way playoffs work these days, it's interesting. We can go up or down pretty drastically in the next week. So if playoffs were today, we'd be the 13 seed in Division 4.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we'd be on the road.
So do you have any predictions?
I don't. If we win out, we'll probably stay exactly where we're at.
Awesome.
So we'll be going over to the Valley somewhere to play.
So does Ryan finish at 75? Does Nikki finish at 1,050? Who's gonna know, right?
You got to come out and check it out.
Until next Friday, we'll know for sure, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Coach, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. And good luck tonight. We'll see you out there.
Thanks, Randy.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Eagles Nest here with Coach Ramos with the Templeton basketball team. Make sure you guys get out there tonight to support them and watch them succeed. And as always, guys, we can't do this without our sponsors. Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Rancho Sestero Meat Cutting, Pillar Real Estate, 805 Customs, Airflow Filter Service, and Amy and Jamie's Place. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.